Well, hello, everybody from Dallas. It has been a crazy day, and this room does not have the best acoustics, but I just want to say thank you for joining us. We have 26 people in chat, and just as importantly, we have people from around the world. Let's go ahead and start with Gray. Wakazashi's Tea House, how are you doing, brother? What's going on?
Oh, good morning and holy hangover, Salty. It's been one of those mornings for me. Had a fantastic night last night. It looks like you guys are having an amazing time in Dallas. Have you met Debbie?
Fantastic. No, I keep looking for her, but they say she's busy and she can't talk at the moment, which I don't know what that's about, Gray. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and I'm joined by the one and only Puppet Punkwaddle, who's at the end of the table with me, as well as the one and only Snowdub. We hung out most of the con together. You guys take it.
Mic check 1 2. Can you hear me? Mic check 1 2. This is Snowdub in the house. I got my buddy Punkwaddle here, and I can't wait to talk a little bit about the convention and more, all the stuff that we got to see today. The amazing amount of beautiful women and cosplay. I mean, it was ridiculously amazing, and got to meet great people and buy toys and hang out with puppets. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mute now.
Yeah, we're having some audio issues on our side. Let me call out the chat, everybody. And of course, now my phone's blowing up. We have TRW 1970, Brandon the anime guy, Stephen Ransom, hail to you. Whitechapel is here. We've got Floral from Under a Rock. He has a puppet named Winifred or something, Wilbur. We have Decepticons, Cave of Villains, Pope Metallicus, Nosferatu, the Vampire, the one and only Snacks and Comics. We might want to talk to your alter ego later, Gator, if you're around. I also want to, let's see, shout out. Let's see, we have Silverlock. Hail to you. Great to have you in the show. And who have I missed? We've got the Thad That Shouldn't Be and Nerdscape as well. It's great to have everybody in here. Also want to call out Brandon the anime guy, channel member, just renewed his channel membership. Hail to you, Brandon. Thanks for being part of this crew. So I don't know how our audio sounds, guys. This was the spur of the moment thing. I just wanted to report some of my experiences going to this con. I have had a blast. What's really wild is after, what has it been, almost 3 years of not doing these, it has been crazy to see how many people have missed so many of the things we have. And the other thing that I found really encouraging, and you guys know I'm not a fake sunshiny kind of guy, was how many younger fans were at this con. Now, I would say 80% of them were there for various anime things like My Hero Academia, Goblin Slayer, but there were several fans for The Lord of the Rings, Superman, Batman, a lot of our legacy fandoms. And what was cool about it was they looked like they were going off of the source material. Nobody was trying to be Irandir from the Rings of Power or Bronwyn or whatever made up characters Payne and McKay did. They were going back to the true Tolkien legacy stuff, the Peter Jackson films. So I'll start out talking about tonight, and I'm going to kick it to you, Purple Valkyrie. We saw Billy Boyd today, who of course is Pippin from the Lord of the Rings films. It was wonderful. I don't know how else to explain it. That was probably the highlight of the con for me, was seeing Billy Boyd. He sang several songs as well as the song from the close of the Lord of the Rings videos. And when I look like that, that's because Purple Valkyrie is literally right there across from me, which is really trippy, guys. So I'm going to kick it to you, Purple, because we are having some funky audio. And first of all, let me also say we've got our first super chat of the night from the one, the only Nico Glock. And here's some inside baseball. He brought some scotch tonight that is more money than I make in a week for one bottle, and I just want to say thank you. You are very kind. So cheers to you, Nico Glocks, for $5. He says, hail to the best chat ever. Well, hail to you, Nico, and it's really cool. I spent all con with this guy. He cosplayed Mike Roch, if you guys know Snowdub, who's down at the end of the table, a very flamboyant superhero-like character whose mouth is misshapen for well, let's just say certain reasons. But he's a really wonderful guy, wonderful to work with. He's a big supporter of a lot of channels. But Purple, I'm going to kick it to you. Tell me about what was it like seeing Billy Boyd today?
Yes, absolutely. As you say, we got to the con, and one of the first panels that we wanted to see was actually Billy Boyd, and he did not disappoint. He was absolutely wonderful. He's very warm. He worked the crowd. He sang songs. He sounded fantastic, and it was so good to see him. I've always been a fan of him, but getting to see him live on stage again, it really kind of reinforced why we love the Lord of the Rings and why we love this cast.
I also want to shout out, we've got Squeak in the Mouse, another channel member. You guys, I have no Zax tonight. Let's see. So things are going to be a little rougher than usual. It's part of the reason I'm off camera is I'm trying to adjust audio and all kinds of things in this room. So yeah, you guys. Also, I also want to shout out Man of War, our neighbor of the B665, a great. I met so many cool people at Gators the other night for the Nerdrotic, for the FNT Geeks and Gamers meetup. Wonderful people. Father Christopher Miller, gentlemen, absolute gentlemen. These are people we see in chats, and I've seen in chats for years, and I feel very blessed to be part of this fandom and to meet all of these really cool, very real people. And it's an honor to get to meet other up-and-coming channels like myself and people who have been doing it longer and are just starting. And I just want to acknowledge that it's been really wonderful to reconnect after all these years of being isolated and to see people and to shake hands and to buy people drinks. So I don't know, Snowdub, what do you think about that? Did you connect with some people that you didn't think you were going to find? What was your experience at the con like?
Oh, it was a great experience, actually. I got to finally, shake hands with the legendary Drunk 3PO. I mean, we've been friends for almost 3+ years now. It was like seeing a long lost brother, and I try not to get emotional, shed too many tears. But Jolly had a great time. Him and Drunk did a video together. I'm not sure when that's going to drop. It might be on Drunk's channel at some point, or maybe one of his other channels. I'll let you guys know, but there was some fun footage that you guys will see with the Drunk, and then it was right in front of Gina while she was signing autographs, and we just had a great time. By the way, Nico Glock is the bartender, so if you see somebody running around in the background, he's just getting everybody's drinks ready. But I did want to
Nobody heard all that ice. It's fine. Yeah.
I just want to finish up by saying, Salty, while I got the mic hot here. Jolly was hanging around with Punkwaddle for a while at the con. I'm curious what happened with the puppets, because I kind of let Jolly and Punkwaddle do their thing while I went shopping and stuff. So, what happened today, Punkwaddle?
Well, we basically, I don't want to admit that we kidnapped Salty again, but we let him out for the stream. So I think we're kind, and we're trying to have fun this weekend, but it's hard to break old habits.
Yeah, I totally understand that, buddy. Hopefully, you guys don't get any kind of trouble with the law again. Jolly needs to stay out of jail.
Sorry, guys, it's a little clunky tonight. I do want to apologize to Thunder Sensei. We were playing tag not on Twitter, but on YouTube to try and find each other in the con. And I tried to connect with you on Twitter. Thunder Sensei, please check. I just connected with you this morning. I need you to follow me back in order for us to message. So I can't wait to see you. We looked for you quite a bit. And again, if you are at the Dallas Fan Expo, please reach out via Twitter. That is primarily what I'm on, Purple Valkyrie. Same thing with Snowdub. We would love to run into you. This con is actually full. I think this is a greater turnout than I thought was going to happen, and Purple Valkyrie called it. Today was crazy. It was wall-to-wall people, and they were buying. And some tremendous things. There were some truly tremendous things in the booth. I got a Thing McCready special edition action figure. I got a Lord of the Rings. What was it? The mouthpiece of Sauron. This limited edition set. I exceeded my budget way too much, but I figured, you know what? This is probably the last con I'm going to go to this year, and it's just great to be a nerd again. It's great to be surrounded by people being nerds. I saw Gandalf, I saw Superman, I saw Spider-Man, I saw Hobbits, I saw countless people from anime that probably Brandon the anime guy could run down the whole list, but I have no idea who the hell these kids are. And again, there were so many young people who were so invested in their fandom. So there is hope for the future. And if modern entertainment thinks that they're going to replace us with people who were accepting third or fourth rate copies of things, wait until they run into the generation that loves their anime, like My Hero Academia, like all of these other things that I don't even know, Goblin Slayer. These kids, and I don't use that as a derogatory term, they are just as serious about this as we were about Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who. And you know what? We're not alone in this fight. We just don't know that we have as many allies as we do. Do you think that's fair, Purple Valkyrie, or am I overstating that?
No, I think you're absolutely right. And the one thing that I also noticed that the kids are getting back into is D&D. They've got tournaments going and all the youngsters were getting involved, and it was so good to see. But what I noticed as well, it's not just kind of adults there, it's families, it's people of all ages, and everybody's having a fantastic time just walking around, taking photos, taking selfies, and most importantly, shopping. And they've put on a fantastic range of shows as well. We've got some amazing guests. I know Snow got to meet a very beautiful lady, and I'm very jealous. But all of the Lord of the Rings, all of the Hobbits are there. So it's so good to see.
Sorry, guys, we're having some audio issues, and we're trying to use hand signals to communicate to mute because our feedback on our mics is going crazy. So thank you for bearing with us, really. And the lighting is less than flattering. I look like I'm being interrogated for some type of serial killing, which I'm not saying I did, but I'm not saying I didn't do. Great, we're leaving this out of the equation. What has been going on in pop culture today? Has there been anything weird going on? Did Kenobi suddenly get better? Because I am so totally on the loop as to what's going on in the world. I just was wondering if there's been anything worth talking about.
Well, Kenobi, it's a hot topic at the moment, Salty, as we're all aware, and it seems that there are quite a lot of people out there who really don't like it when you say you don't like the Star Wars TV show very much. I've got a big reaction on a live stream I did yesterday, which you joined me, and thank you for joining, and Purple. It seems that, I'm getting the full YouTube experience. I'm currently ratioed on the video. It's like 50-50.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
No, I missed you. I missed Zax. I missed everybody.
You too.
And I barely seen Max today. He's been running around helping out a lot of people with what they're doing at the con. But I also got to watch Zax turn into an 8-year-old boy buying posters to get signed by comic book artists. No, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean, he saw my eyes light up when I was looking at all of the 70s and 80s Star Wars and then Empire Strikes Back toys. And it's just great to see, when they call us toxic fans, when they use these labels, they obviously have no idea what the hell they're talking about. But when you put us in a place where we're surrounded by our fandom, by the things that we love, I don't know how anybody in their right mind could call that appreciation toxic. I don't know. I'm going to kick it to you, Snowdub. Speaking about toxic fandom, and not only that, but them calling the actors and actresses that we care about when they have their own opinion. You got to hang out with somebody pretty special today, and not only you, but your son. Why don't you talk about that?
Well, I believe you're referring to the one and only Gina Carano. And I could tell you that was a magic moment. Try not to tear up, but I think the excitement took over at that point when I finally got to see her, and just have that embrace for a moment, And I also brought out Jolly, Jolly was there, and it was just a great interaction, a lot of fun. Jolly hooked her up with a nice T-shirt. Then on top of that, Drunk 3PO hooked up the Snow Kid with a awesome T-shirt. And Gina Carano signed it for him right there, bam. And I was just like, wow, they talk about Snow Kid privilege. But it was awesome to see and awesome to just have that moment with somebody that we all care about and we all have been rooting for ever since the old Disney apocalypse, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, what do you think, Punkwaddle?
I'm a little jealous that you got to hang out with Gina. I mean, not saying that, you know. Anyway, she's kind of an idol of mine because, you know, she's pretty hardcore punk. You know, if you think about it, because being counterculture is kind of being, well, kind of what she's been doing. And I wish I'd been able to get here earlier to see her, but you know, it's pretty awesome that she was here. The turnout was great, and the photo turned out pretty well. So I'm excited for you, and a little jealous, but I'll be okay.
Well, maybe you'll see her next time, but I really, really enjoyed the little bit of time I got, but she was in a rush today. So I'm going back tomorrow. Who knows what might happen, guys? You know, I'll be hanging around. I'll see old J Drunk 3PO again, and you never know. And this time I might have the camera out for myself, so we'll see. I'll see what I get. But it's been awesome, guys. Great time. Thanks, Salty, for having us on tonight, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. And thank you, those of you in chat, for being patient and watching me throw old stage signs to try and tell people to unmute their mics. This is as real as it gets, and it's as raw as it gets. And it's very nerve-wracking, I can just say that. Oh, Nico, not only did you bring me probably the most expensive scotch I will ever drink in my life, you're also dropping super chats like a boss. You don't have to do that. But Nico Glock for $5 says, sorry for being on Purple Scale. He was getting another drink. It doesn't get more real than this, guys. Literally, like, we have people in the room with us that have never live streamed before. They have been part of many chats, but it doesn't get more real than this. And we spent all day hanging out together, having fun, walking around the con, and enabling each other's purchases of things we probably shouldn't have put on credit cards, but we're too good to pass up. And for me, a lot of that was Lord of the Rings stuff. And I found some things that I've seen on eBay only used, you know, in missing pieces, and for not much less than what I bought today. And again, you don't have to just buy things in order to prove that you have a fandom, but you know, we're defined by the things that we value. And to me, there were a couple things that I can't wait to put in the back of my live show when I'm home in my office, because that's the fandom that I love. And I'm not going to let a transnational corporation and a couple of hacks like Payne and McKay tell me that I don't actually love Tolkien and they need to replace Tolkien with anything. But let me kick it to you, Gray. Have you seen anything or heard anything about the Rings of Power lately at all? Is it gone radio silent again, or are we all racists again after, I don't know, 48 hours?
It's strange. It seems to have gone very quiet over the last few days. I'm not sure why. It was after the latest photos I released where it looked like a kind of combination of, I don't know, The Never-Ending Story and Lenny Henry's, like, what do you call it, dream? I don't know what it was. It was weird to see those images, and there's been very little media support or media coverage of it. So I don't know, guys, Purple, Salty, why do you think it's gone so quiet? And have you seen anything at the convention about the Rings of Power?
You know, it's funny you say that, because I actually hopped on Prophet of the Dragon stream. He was talking about Wheel of Time. Imagine me just jumping onto somebody's stream talking about Wheel of Time. But the topic came up, was there any merch there? Because there's a lot of, we can say, people using 3D printers to create things. And especially for the Lego world, there were a lot of custom Lego figures for just about every fandom out there: Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, and of course a ton of custom-made anime like figures. And there was absolutely nothing anywhere with any logo of any kind at all for the Rings of Power. At all. There was no presence whatsoever. There were no banners. And this is a pretty significant con for fandoms, you know, and you just had at this panel, you have all of the original Hobbits. You have Billy Boyd, you have Dominic Monaghy, you have Elijah Wood, you have Sean Astin as well. Sean Astin and Elijah Wood have their own separate shows tomorrow. And tonight, during this stream, actually, it was the 4 Hobbits that were going together. It was pretty pricey to get all of their signatures. And, I had thought about it, but then I thought I'd rather buy the toys that I did today, virtually all of them being Lord of the Rings instead. But seeing Billy Boyd was fantastic. There was nothing There's no handouts. There's no, if I were smart in marketing, I would be handing out things with the Lord of the Rings of Power logo now. I would be giving out show specific action figures for this show, for the Rings of Power. There's nothing. And nobody is talking about it. Nobody is dressing like these new hobbits. There's no new Warrior Gladriel. There were plenty of real Gladriels from Peter Jackson's film, I can tell you that, as well as Arwen. And yes, we are on a road, and those are motorcycles, and it is what it is. But there was nothing. And I don't know why. And we can talk about this, and I'll probably kick this one to you, Purple, and then we'll go to Snowdub. Do we think that they are this incompetent at Amazon, or are they deliberately hiding this? Because I genuinely, this whole thing has been one of the sloppiest, weirdest things I've ever seen in my life. But I was hoping we'd get something here, just not just a Harsh on and Rage Farm, but a coffee cup, a T-shirt, nothing. Purple, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. The one that I thought they would have done would have been lanyards. Lanyards are a huge thing at the con. We've got maybe a dozen different types that they are selling, and then there's lanyards everywhere on different stores as well. Would have thought that would have been perfect advertising, people walking around with the logo around their neck. But no, they didn't even do that. It is very strange. But as you say, we are seeing so many real, in quotations, Lord of the Rings characters. We saw some amazing hobbits. We've seen some elves. We've seen several different Gandalfs, and it is really heartwarming to see after 20 plus years of these films, people still go to them and they love them, especially given the warm welcome that Billy Boyd had this morning from people.
Yeah, I got to agree. It was seeing Billy Boyd was, and I know how to stream. I'm on camera now. Okay, seeing Billy Boyd today blew my mind. Because I think for all of us, Billy Boyd will always be a young Pippin from 21, 22 years ago, when we saw him in Khazad-dûm, drop the bucket into the well. It's like, how could Billy Boyd be 22 years older? And there he was, and it was, I don't know, to me, it kind of really touched me because, I was 22 years younger too, and I didn't have gray hair, back then. And Billy Boyd comes out, and you know what? He's got gray hair. It's kind of thinning, and he kind of looks like somebody's grandpa or uncle. And it was just pretty wild, and it sounds ridiculous, right? But we are all on this journey together. And those of us who got to experience the Lord of the Rings in the theater, and now we get to do it all the time, on Blu-ray or DVD or however we consume it, I found it interesting because Billy Boyd made a lot of comments specifically directed, in my opinion, at the Rings of Power without calling it. And you know what I'm talking about, Purple. He said, this will be the last time in Peter Jackson you will ever see Tolkien's world. He said that. He also said that this will be the last faithful adaptation you will probably ever see of hobbits. You don't think Billy Boyd knows what's going on at Amazon? It was very interesting, and he never said anything about the Rings of Power, but he did talk about faithful adaptation. He did talk about actual hobbits. And, add that to what we've heard from Viggo Mortensen, from Elijah Wood as well. To me, I think there is starting to be an undeniable trail. And I think part of this is because Amazon kind of crapped on Peter Jackson. And some of the marketing approach from this was, in some ways, trying to undercut what Peter Jackson did and saying that, well, Amazon and Payne and McKay are actually making something better than Peter Jackson did, but it's different. I don't know, Greg, when you hear something like that, do you think I'm just making stuff up, or am I reading into this, or does it sound like he's like, go to hell, Amazon?
I don't think you're reading into it at all. It sounds like a very clever and well thought out response to, the Rings of Power. So good work to Billy Boyd. I wanted to ask you, by the way, guys, has Elijah Wood, has he aged, or does he still look 20 years old all these years later?
I haven't seen him yet. I'm going to see him tomorrow. Tonight
Okay,
is the
cool.
big panel, but obviously we saw Sean Astin last in Stranger Things, the last season of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Dominic Montague in a while, but I mean, Billy Boyd. It was awesome. Like I said, it was like it's Pippin, but it's like Pippin after he's been in the Shire. You could just if they did something, and I'm not saying they should, but if they put those four hobbits together, Elijah and Billy and Dominic and Sean, you could see them tending their gardens and hanging out with their grandchildren. You could see, I mean, Pippin to me, you could see Pippin. It's Billy Boyd, but Billy Boyd was also Pippin. Now, it's Tolkien's story, but I think this goes back to the clip that a lot of us have shown where Peter Jackson was on Charlie Rose, and he was talking about how important it was to get the casting absolutely right. And to me, seeing Billy Boyd 22 years later, I saw Pippin, and I saw the mannerisms of Pippin. And it's not because Billy Boyd transcended Pippin, but I think Pippin was always in Billy Boyd. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little metaphysical. Purple, what about you? What do you think was the most memorable thing? And it's so crazy, guys. I'm used to her being in the UK. Seriously, like 8 time zones ahead of us. And to be able to spend this whole week with this lovely woman who is funny and very kind and very humble has been, it's been a gift that it's hard to put into words. And I'm getting emotional. I'm just very lucky to get to work with you, Purple. But what was the most important part, do you think, of the Billy Boyd seminar today?
I think it was the way he connected with the fans. A lot of people came up and they asked him quite eclectic range of questions, I think, but every single one of them he answered to his best ability. Some of them he even sang songs to. I think was one of the ladies who came up, she was talking about the song that he sang at the end of The Hobbit, and he went straight to his guitar and played the entire song, and it was beautiful. And he really still, he has a voice, and he was talking about how he wanted to be an actor, but he also wanted to be a singer, and the way the two kind of work together. So he uses both as a creative outlet. It was really interesting to hear his perspective on what it's like to be an actor and a singer. And he's told some very funny stories about being in New Zealand and some of the pranks that the cast used to play on each other. You can tell that they had a really I know it's cliche to say, but they really were a family. They came together and to make this thing. And I think at the start, even they didn't realize how important these films were going to be to people.
Absolutely,
No.
Purple. You nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes across in the movies, doesn't it, Salty? Sorry, you can tell how much
No,
they
take it.
enjoyed the experience.
I want to hear what you have to say, because I mean, it's humbling and it's weird. When we were not, when we posted pictures on social media and we were talking about it, it wasn't to show off. It was to try and share the joy. It's been about 20 years since I've been to a con, and then of course for a couple of years, the thing of mysterious origin that we can't talk about happened, and none of us could do anything. And again, I mean, I've said it a couple times during this live stream, but the masses of people that are out there, our fandoms have not been diminished, regardless of what we've seen from Star Trek, Doctor Who, any of them. I saw Ghostbusters, people cosplaying Ghostbusters today, you name it. And Lord of the Rings in particular, people, their faith and their love of the source material in these characters has not stopped. So I can't say it's all us on YouTube, and especially the bigger people who've been ahead of this curve for a long time. I think we're part of what's keeping people in the fandom and defending it. I really do believe that. But whatever it is, we're still winning. So do not lose hope in this. Do not lose hope. And for me, I think the most beautiful moment today with the Hobbits, with Billy Boyd, was, what was she, a 7-year-old, a 6-year-old girl dressed up as Arwen. They had to lower the mic down for her so she could ask Billy Boyd a question with her mom. And she said, I love the Lord of the Rings so much. My favorite character is Arwen. They're not
Salty,
winning.
don't
They're
shed a
not
tear.
winning. No, they're not winning. In the whole crowd, it was the most beautiful thing. They're not winning. And never forget that. They're lying. It's a hallmark of neo-Marxism to tell you that your culture is being taken away and you don't need it in trying to change things. They're not winning. So, Snowdub, you met Gina Carano today. We've talked about it as well. What were some other parts today for you and Punkwaddle of the con, other than meeting, obviously, Gina Carano? What were some memorable moments for you?
Oh, there is more than I can count, to be honest. I'd have to say the best part of the trip was being able to bump elbows and have drinks and share meals with my friends here, my colleagues, my YouTube pals, the Cotton Connection, and people that I even admire and look up to in this YouTube game. And for me, that's probably the best part of the whole thing. Yeah, round of applause, folks. Thank you, thank you. It's true. It's true because that was the point of this trip. Yes, I wanted to meet Gina, but there's probably other opportunities to meet Gina as well. But of course, since I was here, I took advantage of the fact. But it was really just hanging out, and then to see Mike Roch in live in character was mind blowing. And it's a moment in time where I think we're coming to the next level with connection. And Jolly better watch out because Mike Roch he's coming up in the game. So and in Punkwaddle, I'm sure you can attest to this. Seeing the Mike Roch cosplay that we saw today, I think Cotton Connection's going places. What do you think, buddy?
Well, I saw a lot of cosplays today, like Selfie Save, like the Ghostbusters, some cool Ghostbuster kids. I saw some Shredder and his family of the Foot Clan, which was really neat. And yeah, then there was that Mike Crotch guy. Apparently, that's getting out there. So that Cotton Connection is really making waves. So we're pretty excited about that. I mean, I don't know why it wasn't me or Jolly, but I'll take a win for the team. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Punkwaddle, that you didn't get your own cosplay, and Jolly was very upset as well. I remember he was not right next to Gina in our selfie that we took with her, and I had to listen to that the whole Uber ride home. He was just complaining and bitching, and he's like, "Oh, you got to touch her," and I'm like, "Really? She put her arm around me. Big deal." So anyway, but we had a great time, and like I said, I loved hanging out with these guys right here on the channel, and Salty, I'm sure you can attest to just the camaraderie and the fun that we've had together.
Yeah, this is a big reason I wanted to come to the con. I started my channel during the pandemic or whatever it is. I guess we have to call it a pandemic, right? So it was about a year and a half ago, right? And I met a lot of these people online. Snow, I've been in a show a couple of times. Purple, we worked together once, and then I tricked her into staying with, and we've been doing it for a couple months now. And again, it's so trippy. She's literally right there, guys. It's so awesome. And we get to hang. I know, there it is. I totally touched Purple Valkyrie. But no, we went out, we've had martinis, we've hung out, we've had dinner, we've bonded over things. And then of course, Nico Glock, who I got to hang out. A lot of you know him, he's off camera, and man, that guy can drink some scotch. I'm just going to say that. And then of course, these guys down here, because that's literally where Snow and Punk are. I get to hang out with these cool people and hear about all their fantastic ideas, and I get to be their cameraman outside in a parking garage. And I'm so happy to do it and carry their luggage when they're trying to do a show. And they do the same for me. And that's this community, and what you see here with us, it's real. It's real, and we love what we do, and we love this chat interaction. And if Zax was here, he would have beaten me to death. I am way behind on super chats. This is from Pope Metallicus for $5. He says, "Hail to being a nerd again." Amen. And we're seeing it. They are not winning. Every day, it's really hard to think, like, how can they keep destroying our fandom? The thing is, they're destroying themselves. We're holding this tight, and it's not just us over the age of 40 or older. I saw it today, and it's not just anime, guys. We are winning, and these corporations are lying to themselves. Into us. They are not winning. So again, Pope Metallicus in the chat jumped on me. I'm loving the BattleTech and the trad heavy metal revivals especially. Do you know what that is, Purple? I'm going to kick it to you just for Pope Metallicus. Go ahead.
I don't actually, but I've heard that there is a big resurgence in these sort of things. So I absolutely love it. And anything that brings people joy that, is maybe gone into the background perhaps in the past few years, if there was a resurgence of that, and and younger generation are finding it, I think that's that's an excellent thing. And Salty was talking about this kind of camaraderie that we have, and I'm looking at all these amazing guys sitting around the table at the moment, and I am feeling incredibly blessed to get to work with each and every one of them. So thank you guys, seriously.
Yeah, it was interesting. We were at dinner tonight, and I will actually share an image from dinner last night with you guys. Some inside baseball. Are you okay? Yeah, I didn't even ask her. Look who we have here. Look who we were hanging out with last night, guys. It was Culture Casino. Didn't like the first restaurant we were at. It wasn't posh enough for good old Culture, but we did have some martinis, and then we went across the street and we got some good Italian food, and that seemed to make Mr. Culture very happy. So I'm just kidding you, but Culture, really wonderful to hang out. Really nice guy, really wonderful guy. And of course, there's Purple Valkyrie. So yeah, I mean, these are really nice people. They're very approachable people. I am blessed to be able to do this, and it's great to work and talk about ideas with everybody. So if you're thinking about starting a channel, do. And if you want some help and some advice, I think everybody at this table I would reach out to. I really would. We want to help you because we were in the same place, And my suggestion always is don't try and be like anybody else. It took me about 5 months to figure that out. Just use your own voice and talk about your own fandom. But yeah, you guys in chat have been so patient and so kind. I'm going to get to, again, Nico Glock, the man who has given me the most expensive scotch I have ever drank in my life. Thank you, Nico. You don't have to super chat besides that. This is for $5 US. Says, yes, Pope, good to be back and good to be a super sexy nerd. I'll tell you what, Nico Glock is a super sexy nerd, you guys. Let me bounce around here a little bit. And we've got some puppet maker called Floral Under a Rock. He says, Punkwaddle is a slacker. He could have slept on the road like a bum in the heat. I'm going to kick it to you, Punkwaddle, just to respond briefly, because this Floral guy, he's a Canadian. I don't know if I take what he said serious.
I mean, I don't know if I can sleep on the road. I mean, it takes about, I don't know if you guys saw the GIF I posted on is it GIF or GIF? I'm really bad at this, but on Twitter, it takes about 3 or 4 of us waddles just to drive. So, obviously Drunk Waddle was not the limo driver this week, but Funk Waddle, he tried to do his part. We kind of just give Drunk Waddle some booze, and then he leans on the gas pedal. We just pray to God that we don't need to stop on the highway.
You guys in chat, thank you for being so patient while I catch up. Gray, what about you? You've been seeing some of these super chats in fandom. Have you been desponding, especially after what we saw with Kenobi and not only that, Boba Fett? I guess, where are you at with some of this? You didn't get to walk around the con, and I'm not rubbing it in, but I mean, where are you at with your fandoms and what you believe and where things are?
Well, if I said I wasn't jealous, Salty, I'd be lying. I'm so happy, though, that you guys are there, that you're getting to meet everybody. It must be such a positive and a creative and an inspiring experience. Yeah, I know that might sound like a cliche, but you can see
true.
the energy coming out of the room, on the videos, on the photos. And thank you so much for sharing all the pictures, all the videos. They've been so much fun. And I've only got one little disappointment. The disappointment is that I didn't see Punkwaddle in full Warrior Galadriel cosplay. So there we go.
He said it's on his OnlyFans site, and there's apparently all kinds of things that if you pay for, you can see Punkwaddle do. Yep, see, he's using code there, And he's showing off what he can do. Oh no, he's hiding himself. Let me call out somebody I actually met at Gators, and that is a lovely gentleman by the name of Dave Bob. And Dave Bob has been a longtime supporter of Purple Valkyrie. He's a very lovely gentleman. He and his wife were there. We got to talk. I got to shake his hand. It's wonderful to meet people. I say it many times on this channel. I'm a chimp with a mic. You guys in chat are the ones that make our channels happen. And without you guys, we wouldn't be here. But I want to call out Dave Bob. Very kind, very good gentleman. Purple, I'm going to let you talk about it a little bit and just, share your experience.
Yes, absolutely. I never thought that I would be lucky enough to get to meet Dave Bob, but we did, and he did not disappoint. Dave Bob is an absolute gentleman. I already knew this because we've been friends for quite a long time, but to give him a big hug, I was almost, I was a little bit teary, I've got to admit, and Dave Bob gave me an absolutely incredible gift, and I cannot thank him enough. I know I said thank you, but again, Dave Bob, thank you so much. And the way Salty was talking, this meetup really kind of invigorated things. They said it when they did the Vegas meetup and the Orlando meetup. It really does kind of bring it into perspective, getting to see creators that you've worked with. You're used to seeing them across the screen, but to get to sit down and talk to them and to buy each other a drink, it makes all the difference, and it really cements the friendships that we've formed over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I agree. Purple, you said it really, really well. There were some amazing people. I got to meet Man of War 665, Neighbor of the Beast, Arkansas. Got to meet Dave Bob, got to meet Father Christopher Miller, of course, got to meet just another red shirt again, a ton of people, an absolute ton of people. Then, of course, everybody from Geeks and Gamers, of course, Gary from Nerdrotic, his lovely wife, Melissa, who was hanging out. We were trading stories about that. It was fun and fantastic. And Purple, you and Melissa spent a lot of time talking. And and you actually got a couple shout outs last night on Friday Night Tights, didn't you? That's very well deserved, Purple Valkyrie.
That's right.
She is has advertised. She is humble. She is kind. She is brilliant. She's beautiful. So and Nico, what is this? Yeah, he can vouch that Salty has spent all of his money on awesome Lord of the Rings collectibles. I did, and I have no regrets whatsoever. But I'm just a toxic cis white heteronormative, patriarchy pusher. So what do I know, guys? Zax, you are with us, brother. What is going on?
Yeah, hey guys, I had some in-law Father's Day stuff, so but I'm here now.
Zax.
Hey, and I'm jealous of your stories so far. I wish I was there with you guys.
We wish you were here too, Kyle. It's dude, it's a blast, and it's really great to work and collaborate face to face with people. Especially with Max Field von Priestley. He is part of a number of fandoms, and he has been helping out quite a bit behind the scenes with we'll just say this, other channels, and he is indispensable in a lot of ways to them. And I'm not going to tell any more of any stories than that. I just want to call that out because he works really hard in addition to his own channel. And then, of course, in addition to working with us here on this channel. So I am trying to catch up on the super chats. Here we go. And I have Nico Glock taking pictures of me. That's not distracting while we're doing this. This is from Lyle Hammock. Hail to you, brother. He says for $10. He says, hail to you all. Hope you guys have enjoyed Dallas. I can't hang tonight, family obligations, but have a great stream and God bless. Also, I'm going to punch you in the face. Go sit down, Nico Glock. Dude, get out of here. Sorry, Nico. Yeah, it's not distracting to have somebody over your shoulder taking pictures in a live stream at all, right? So let me start this again. Hail to you all, you guys. Hope you guys have all enjoyed Dallas. Can't hang tonight. Family obligations, but have a great stream and God bless. Also, Purple, I hope you have enjoyed your time in the U.S. Purple, have you enjoyed your time in the U.S.? Why don't you just address that for a moment?
I have had an incredible time so far, and yes, I've been lucky enough to visit a couple of times, but I've never been here in Texas, and I am absolutely loving it. The heat was a little bit of a shock getting off the plane, but slowly getting used to it. But just to be with so many wonderful people, and to get to visit the state and to really sample the culture and to try different foods. Everybody's saying, you need to go to Chick-fil-A, you need to go to Whataburger. That's a big one. That's on the list. And I cannot wait to explore a little bit more after this weekend. It's going to be a fantastic time.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's somebody else, Daniel. Daniel was a true gentleman. It was no, Zach's not yet. I met Daniel, a wonderful gentleman. We got to hang out and talk for a good bit. He talked with Purple. He talked with a bunch of different people. Daniel, it was great to meet you, brother. Very kind. But we got to talk about our fandoms. We got to shake hands. We got to punch each other on the shoulders, laugh and make jokes. All the things they didn't want us to do for 3 years. Well, they're not ever going to do that again. Just going to say that, because what we did and what we saw and what we experienced, you cannot replace. There's really no other way to say it. And yes, there's a large wedding party that's walking by here. This is what you do when you're sitting in the conference room in front of the Hilton in downtown Dallas. So it is what it is.
And
Go
to
ahead,
quote
Zach.
Brandon, the anime guy, holy shit, Daniel. That's very
Daniel,
generous.
that's so generous.
I am missing something, guys. I'm sorry, I'm behind. Let me get to this Let me get to this $2 super chat from Nico. Glock says, and Purple is so sexy. Well, there we go. Nico with his scotch reinforcing the patriarchy. I approve. Purple, do you want to respond to that? Are you feeling violated? Do you feel like, oh, what a great idea? Here we go. Oh my God. Yeah, welcome to live streaming when you are not in your office, guys. This is what it's been like all day with Nico Glock, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
It's all about the love.
Purple. Well, that's what it is.
Yes, Nico is an absolute gentleman. Don't let him fool you. He is a wonderful guy, as was Daniel. Daniel, it was my honor, honestly, to meet you, and so many other incredible people as well. You know people through their names, through the chat, through talking back and forth. And Manowar 665, I see you as well. It was so good to meet you and your beautiful wife. But to put a face to a name, and it just makes everything feel so much closer. Do you think, Salty?
Oh, absolutely. It was. And we got some great questions in chat. No, there were no dwarves from The Hobbit. Thank you for asking. I was hoping we would get some of them, but there was a Cobra Kai panel last night, and it was loaded. And I swear to God, there were a couple hundred people yelling and screaming, and that was right on the convention floor. If you are a fan of these properties, you are not alone. Again, I think they have tried to isolate us for quite a while. But we are not alone in liking the things that we like, especially those quality shows, for the same reasons they tell us we're toxic, because of good writing, because of believable characters, because of the hero's journey. It's responding to people who are not in this corner of the internet. It is responding. So don't believe any of that. And Silverlock wants to know, is anybody going to, okay, yeah, you got it, Snow. Anybody going to Dragon Con this year? I don't know, but maybe we'll find out. Also, we got this one from Whitechapel, Bilbo Baggins, Ian Holm, rest in peace. It's true. The very talented Ian Holm, who always to me will be the guy who's was the bad guy on Alien back in the original Alien movie, and actually caused a great deal of harm for, I'm sorry, I'm distracted right now. I'm such a professional, for Ripley. Let me get to this one. We've got Snacks and Comics. Of course, he says, love how Snowdub is chill with a puppet, and he's not puppeting. Speaking of which, why don't you talk about what your plans are for later this evening, Snow? I know you have to go because your Snow Kid wants chicken nuggets, and I don't want to keep you. Go ahead and talk about that, and we'll get you out of here.
Yeah, no, Snow Kid's upstairs with Jolly, and they're wrecking the hotel room. So I do got to cut out in a few, but this has been an amazing time, a lot of fun hanging out with Punkwaddle and for the first time. I get to enjoy being with the puppets and not exactly be behind the scenes, so to speak. And even though I'm still representing Team Puff. By the way, I heard there's some very scantily, almost edgy photos going around of a certain get together, a little shindig, a little rendezvous between this guy here on my shirt and this lovely redheaded, like, never mind. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about that, but if one of those photos just happened to get out. But anyway, but yeah, no, thanks for having me on tonight, Salty. And I think we're gonna try and do something tonight. It may be like from my hotel room type of deal. You guys from your hotel type of room type of deal. I know that's whack. I know you'd love to see us all in the same show, but considering audio issues and our low tech and craziness going on at the hotel, and maybe how we have to play it. But in the meantime, I will try to do something tonight for you guys over on my channel. So, but yeah, thanks a lot, Salty, and it's been a blast hanging out with you guys. I mean, just an absolute blast. So, Punkwaddle, did you have any departing words?
No, I mean, it's been really, really fun hanging out with all these people I've seen in chats for over the year and just putting faces to names and just waddling around the floor. It's been, thanks, that feels good, you know, that human contact, you know, since I'm just a puppet. The human contact is really nice. But it's been a lot of fun, just hanging out with everybody, and I'm like Thunder Senche and a few of the others that we didn't get to see today. So hopefully we can catch up with you guys tomorrow, and you know, there's a whole nother day there, so pretty excited about it. So yeah, that's what I got.
And tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll.
Sorry, you guys heard me on the Snowdubs mic. Yeah, tuck and roll exactly. And while I wasn't paying attention, Nico, what are you doing? This is a $100 super chat from Nico Glock. Thank you. Thank you, Nico. He says, Mike Roch is such a creeper. Well, yeah, I mean, Nico Glock was running around the entire day in a yellow Mike Roch shirt with the mask on, doing the lisp as well as having the red cape. I'm going to try and pull up some of those images before we get out of here. We're just going to do a short show. We're probably going to go another 15, 20 minutes before we dip out to allow Cotton Connection to probably roll up tonight. And who knows who's going to hop on that one? We'll have to see. Maybe Culture is free. But Nico, thank you again. Brother, thank you. Really, thank you very much. And we've got Panda Power says, hail Brandon the anime guy. And I am trying desperately to keep up with chat, you guys. And I am, oh, Jesus. Yeah, I just got kissed on the lips by Nico Glock. That happened. Wow. Okay. What the hell?
Daniel, amazing.
I don't know what to say.
I might cry.
Before I read this, but Purple, why don't you talk about? Why don't you just talk about Daniel? And it's not because of the super. Thank you. It's because you're a great guy. And I just Purple, you talk. I'm going to stop talking.
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel was an absolute gentleman. We got to hang out pretty much the entire night. We got to chat, we got to chill, and it was so great to finally put a face to someone who has been so supportive of so many channels. I mean, he really does go above and beyond for so many people, and I'm honoured to consider him a friend. And Daniel, thank you so very much for being you and for you know, I guess putting your trust in us.
Daniel, thank you. I had a lot of fun with you last night. Really genuine, kind, nice person with so many people. Ark and Sewell, Man of War 665, Dave Bob. I also got to hang out with Alasia, A Troubled Green, Megan, who was on that show as well. I met Danny64, fantastic, nice guy who's on Twitch. God, I got to meet Tugs. I mean, all these wonderful people in this space. Daniel, I am honored, and I hope every show that I earned this. So thank you very much. This is the very first $200 super chat I have ever gotten in my life, and that is for this entire team. And I accept it. Thank you. Daniel says, I want to thank Salty for buying me a drink at Gators and Purple for surpassing everything I ever dreamed she would be in person. It's a great memory getting to meet you both. Keep being creative and genuine. You give us all the, and it is cut off. Do you have it, Zax?
Yeah, I get it. I'll get it.
Okay.
You
give us all the.
all the entertainment. Oh no, I'll get it. I got it
Okay.
here.
Okay, go ahead.
Keep being creative and genuine. You give us all the entertainment we've been missing for so long. And can I add to that, just to Daniel, because we've actually talked about this, because he leaves some of the best, most supportive comments you can get on a video, and those kinds of things are. And maybe it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's a huge deal for me. Like when I put out a video and I put hours into it, and I'm not sure if it's even going to work. And then he takes the time to watch it and leaves like just the most positive comments, and it really kind of refuels you to do something else. So it means a lot.
It really does. Yeah. And I know Daniel, I think he's been on some of your chats as well, Gray, hasn't he? He's been leaving comments as well.
Yes, I'm so lucky. He's popped in, I think, a couple of times. And just to reinforce what Zach said, it is fantastic. Every comment, every positive comment means so much. We really appreciate it. You know, you do matter to us. You guys out there, you are the audience. You are what makes this happen. And thank you so much. And Salty, on that note, I got my first incel comment today. I feel like I've made it. I've made it on YouTube.
Oh my God, you made it.
I'm an incel. I didn't even know that. What's the opposite of an incel? Is it an outcell? I'm not sure. Anyway.
I don't know, but I remember the first time I was called an incel. It was my episode 1 of Wheel of Time. You're on your way, Gray. You're going to the big. You're going to the big town now, brother.
Big town, baby.
Hit the big time. Daniel, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us all last night. Thank you for making the long drive, and thank you for buying me a drink. And just thanks to everybody. But Daniel, thank you. I don't know what to say, guys. Just other than thank you. I am so deeply honored. So thank you, Daniel. I am going to go ahead and drop a Lord of the Rings, just an overarching super chat. Thank you for up to this point. It will, of course, be from the only Tolkien Middle Earth that any of us ever need. This one is for everyone.
We travel light. That's handsome, Orc.
And there's one from Manowar 665, Neighbor of the Beast, that I can't bring up on the screen.
I got it. I'll bring it up.
Okay.
Yep, I'm there. Sorry, we're behind on this. Again, we are in a hotel conference room with drunk people walking by right there and kids screaming over there. And I thought this was a good idea a couple hours ago, but yeah, that shows you my lack of planning. This is from Manowar 665, Neighbor of the Beast. Great dude, so much fun. I hugged this guy more than I think I've hugged anyone in my family just last night, like in a year. He says, Salty will curb my pension for ball busting in Purple's honor just this once. Was great meeting you, Purple, and that Metri boy, Nico, the other night. I know, dude, this is between you and Man of War. Don't look at me like that. So hail to you, brother. Hail to you, Man of War 665. It was great to meet you and Mrs. Man of War 665. Really good dude. Really, you guys are absolutely fantastic. Dave Bob says, good night, folks. Hail to you, brother. Dave Bob again. Thank you so much for last night. I'm trying to get down through this chat. And we have a good suggestion, and this one comes from Whitechapel. Culture Casino cosplaying as one of the dwarves. Well, I actually said he looked more like Forrest Gump last night and was making all kinds of jokes about that at dinner. And I was like, I'm pretty tired of running now. I think I'll go home. And it really kind of works with Culture's current beard and haircuts. So, yeah, I'd go with that more than the dwarves, you guys. So, what else do we got here? Oh my God, you guys are killing me here. Wait a minute. Chat bounced on me. Sorry. This is the perils of live streaming. When people,
I pulled up a super chat for you.
Okay.
Nico Glock is going crazy.
Dude, what are you doing?
Pour me a scotch, Nico. I'll have one with you.
Stop doing this, Nico. This is a $105 super chat. It says, best stream ever, got to kiss purple. Well, it's true. He did. Don't you come over here, Nico Glock. Here we go. Oh, he's pouring scotch. So this is, you see what I have to do here? Here we go. That's Nico Glock, everybody. He is
I'm
as
so
crazy
jealous
as
right
it
now.
seems. So thank you very much, Nico. Nico, thank you very much. That's for $105. You don't have to do that. Thank you. I wasn't planning to have this happen tonight, but yeah. And Brandon the anime guy, you are absolutely right. Nico and Daniel dropping bombs. I just, thank you. And hail to Kayla Dare, one of my channel members. Hail Kaylee says, go Daniel. I agree. And Snacks and Comics. Yeah, just got home and Gator wasn't in his storage bin. I won't say where he was or what he was doing. Yeah. We've got D-Bud Martin, a fantastic supporter of so many channels. Mexican Irons Man's head would be exploding if he had seen that. Well, probably. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff here, guys. I'm doing the best that I can. Chat jumped on me. Where are we here? And let's see, I don't think I've got to this one. This one comes from a good friend of ours, Steve, Prophet of the Dragon. I just hopped on his stream to talk about Wheel of Time just a few minutes ago. He says, thanks for being a good dude, Salty, and thanks to everyone on the panel for speaking your mind and making me smile and laugh. Chat too. Well, Steve, I feel the same way. I watch you play with your son Easton try and play the Wheel of Time video game, and I'll tell you what, that's more entertaining to me than anything on Amazon or Netflix, And that's here in this community, and it's organic creators, guys. So let me see. I'm trying to catch up. I am woefully behind you guys. Please bear with me. Okay, we got Doviende say Tovius again. Another one of my channel members says, incels don't have sex. You got yourself a cute wife at home, Gray. Take the comment as a badge of honor. He's absolutely correct on that. And why was it again that you got... Yeah, ice. That's Nico. Nico can make all the noise he wants now. It's fine. Just I'm not even going to call it out. If you hear ice rattling and you hear scotch being poured, that's Nico over here, who's now like absolutely messing with Purple Valkyrie, which is why she's off camera. But yeah, Gray. What was that because of Kenobi? Was it because of your reaction to the last episode that you got called an incel?
It was the stream we did yesterday, Salty, that you popped on. It was because I said I thought it wasn't very good. That's all I said.
Oh my God.
But, we get used to this. It doesn't bother me, guys. Don't worry out there. I just always respond with thank you for your comment and a thumbs up. So that's it. Yeah.
And Zax, have you been called an incel yet? Or
Not yet. Not yet.
Soon. If anybody
I'm
deserves
hoping.
to be called one, it's you, dude.
It's coming. It's coming, Zax.
Yeah.
Soon. Yeah, I can't wait.
And Nico Glock is insane.
Yep.
Here we are. And he's crawling on the floor behind. Nope, you can actually see him behind Purple Valkyrie if you look. And now he's standing up going, I tried. This is from Nico Glock. If you ever think it's a good idea to have people in where you're chatting and where you're live streaming in a hotel, like it'll be fine. No, it won't. And I am living proof of that. But Nico, we love you, brother. This is a $50 super chat. Says, so happy I got to be here live with everyone. Hearts and hearts and kisses, which, yes, he is actually somewhat accosting Purple Valkyrie, which is why she is off screen half the time. He says, I love you all. And there oh my God, look at this. Yes, that's I'm sure she entirely, yes, I'm sure she absolutely wanted you to do that, Nico, but we love you anyway. And you punch him in the mouth next time if that's not, you don't need my permission to white knight for you. So hail to you, Nico Glock. And this is not like any type of a stream I've ever done before. Whitechapel, here we go. And Zax, why don't you jump on those things that you posted for me, please?
You got it. We have a $1.99 from Pauly Latino Slant, who's here, and he says, add $198.01 and I'll be like Daniel. it's pretty solid. That's a pretty
Hail
solid
to
chat,
Paulie.
Paulie.
Dude,
Hey,
hail
Paulie.
to Paulie. And there's Snow Dub and Snow Kid are outside. I don't know if I think I owe him money or something like that. But I don't even know what's going on my own show. But yeah, this has been a learning experience, people. I'm just glad you're here. But Paulie, thank you so much for that. So, and we've got Stephen Ransom calling out Latino slant dropping coin. It's true. Doviende se tovius again. I couldn't agree more. This community is awesome. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I want to make sure I am caught up. And again, Thunder Sensei 150, I'm sorry. Please, I did try and connect with you on Twitter. You need to accept me back. Send me a message or just let me in so I can DM you, and we will see you tomorrow. I can't wait to meet you. Thunder Sensei was cosplaying today, has one type of character, and is cosplaying a different one tomorrow. I think it was Sailor Moon today, and I think it's going to be a wizard tomorrow. So some absolutely fantastic cosplays that we've had here tonight. So hail to you. And let me see. And chat jumped again. It's
We've got
crazy.
Two member
you guys.
chats. Two member chats. One from
Yeah.
Kelly Dare, who's a Taveran. She says for 5 months she's been a member.
Thank you,
Kelly.
Kaylee. And she says, great chat as ever. Hugs all around. Kaylee, please reach out to me because I know you were interested in starting your own channel. I don't mean to out you, but I'm here. Just let me know when a good time to talk is. Purple Eye, Zax, Max, we will all help you. And anybody that is trying to start their own channel, we absolutely will help you. We want to. Also, Zax, we've got a member. This is a member chat from Ruvel Arvida. Says Recreators is the best show on Amazon. Has anybody seen that? I haven't seen that yet, and it's really distracting to have pictures taken while you're live. Thank you.
I've never heard of that.
Purple, have you? Go ahead. I'm going to let you respond to that. Let you take the mic. Have you seen Recreators on Amazon?
I haven't actually. I've heard people talk about it, but I've got quite a long list of things that people have recommended, which is actually a great thing. You know, it's been a surprise to see such great shows. You know, Salty and a lot of you guys have said, you know, catch up with Stranger Things because season 4 has been so fantastic. So that's what I'm currently working my way through. But if you recommend that, I will add that to my list as well.
Yeah, and Zax isn't kidding. I really am 6'5". I actually met with Drunk 3PO the other night.
Yes.
And instead of introducing myself, I walked right past him. I tapped him on the shoulder and he was talking. I leaned in and said, dude, I'm like an inch and a half taller than you are. And he just started laughing. And then you saw he jumped, he came in and raided and stuck his face in the middle of my live stream. It's a cool group of people, and it's really fun. And yeah, it's start a channel. You will not regret it at all. And yeah, Thunder Sensei, I am 6'5", and then Purple's 5 feet. So, look high and look low and you'll probably spot one of us if we're honest about it. So hail to you, Paulie the Latino Slant. And let me see, I think we have all caught up here.
Thumbs up.
Yep. So we're going to start to wind down. I just wanted to do a quick drop-in tonight. I think Snow Dub and Snow Kid want to go get pizza across the street, and I haven't eaten since probably 10 o'clock this morning. So we're going to go get some dinner. It's only 9:30, right? I'm making good life decisions. I want to thank everybody who's been here and hanging out with us tonight. I really want to thank Punkwaddle, who is at the end of the table, who doesn't want to reveal himself. Fantastic, nice guy. Got to hang out and do the con with Punkwaddle, does the penguin thing. He has been a mod in this chat for a very long time, and I am very, very grateful to Punkwaddle. Punk, did you want to say anything before we go real quick? Go ahead.
I just want to say it's really been fun to hang out with everybody and get to see everybody. I'm looking forward tomorrow to see who else we can hang out with, and it's just been a lot of fun and just being people with people. Maybe I'm actually a public, maybe I'm not, but it's just been really fun to be here and connect with all these different creators and all these different creative minds. And I wouldn't want to miss this for anything. So thanks for letting me hang out with you guys.
It's really cool because I didn't know what Punkwaddle looked like. A whole bunch of people didn't know what Punkwaddle looked like. All I knew was this penguin with a purple mohawk. I want to call out Rosie Gamgee, says, good night, darlings. Absolutely. And sorry, Zax is correct. The member chats, I need to mute The member chats don't come through here on Restream, so I have to have Zach cycle through them, and that's why sometimes he takes them because I can't see them. So I'm sorry about that. If we've missed one, please ping us because we never want to do that. It's just there's some complexity. So yeah, let's go ahead and wind down on this. But before I do that, I want to do a couple different things. Nico Glock, I cannot thank you enough. It's been amazing. I met this guy at Gators, just walked up, kept buying drinks for people, making us laugh, being silly, being supportive. He chauffeured us around. He's helped us with our kit and our gear setting up. He brought this incredible scotch, which I probably will never drink anything like this ever again. And then he's been a big supporter of this channel, a lot of channels on Geeks and Gamers as well, Nerdrotic. And I am fortunate to call him truly a friend. Nico, thank you for the super chats. And thank you for your support. But dude, thanks for being here for us. Thanks for making us laugh. Thanks for being so much fun. Nico, really, thank you. I also want to thank Purple Valkyrie, and I'll kick it to you. She came all the way here from the UK. And I have got to spend, I don't have words to describe what it's like to be able to work and spend time with her and to bounce ideas. Because it's one thing to be on screen like this, right? It's another thing to sit next to that person and have them laugh and watch them thinking and know what they like in their coffee, or, know how different it is to walk when you're 5 feet tall next to someone who's 6'5" down the street and try and communicate. Or when you're in a con and you're looking around up here at 6'5", realizing you have to kind of look down because Purple Valkyrie is at a lower altitude. It's kind of an interesting experience. But Purple, I just want to say thank you for being here, and thank you for being so amazing. So I'll let you sort of, say where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing in the next couple of days.
Absolutely. It has been an incredible experience last night. Big thank you, obviously, to Neurotic, to Geeks and Gamers for putting this on, and for everybody who turned up, everybody who came over and said hello, everybody who gave us a hug, everybody who said, it's so great to meet you, so great to we love your channel. And getting that connection, getting that human interaction, I think it's really rejuvenated a lot of people. And then getting to go around the convention with these crazy guys today and tomorrow. We're going to be there tomorrow as well. It is incredible, and Salty's absolutely right. There is a quite substantial height difference going on, so I have to raise my voice so we can have a conversation. But it is so much fun, and it's really kind of these kind of collaboration that these channels have. It's just cemented it, and it's made these bonds even stronger. And we can't wait to go forward and show you what we've got planned, because we have actually been working behind the scenes, believe it or not.
So what you just saw there was me high-fiving Purple Valkyrie. It's something I've wanted to do on every stream. And yeah, I mean, Zax, we wish you were here, and I'm not going to belabor that point. We've talked a lot behind the scenes. I just want to say thank you for being supportive. You had a great show the other night. Congratulations on your success again at being monetized. Thanks. I think you're at almost 1,200 subscribers right now. So thank you for that. Yeah. I also have to call out Nico Glock again.
You do. Yep.
That's why I was off camera. I was yelling at him to stop, but he's another $50. Thank you. He says, I love you, Salty. And Nico, dude, just thank you. Just thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being in chat. Thank you. And thank you for the super chats, but mostly thank you for just letting me get to know you and letting all of us get to know you. He is truly a madman in the best possible sense, really. I'm going to go down to Punkwaddle. What do you got coming up? Are you going to be on a Cotton Connection or anything else like that? Just briefly before we go, if you got anything, Punkwaddle.
Well, if there's a Cotton Connection or Cotton Council, I'm going to be there. Spitting whatever wisdom or, whatever Drunk Waddles told me to say, because, he gave me a few lines to pass on. But yeah, I'm going to be hanging out with everybody, all these cool people, so that's about it.
Sorry, that was me trying. We all have to manually mute our microphones, because if we don't, it gets really weird. I'm not telling him to stop talking. It's just we all have to remember to mute ourselves, or bad things happen. And yes, Man of War 665. I probably should have checked to see if Nico was going to roofie me. It's probably too late because this guy's been shoving his camera in my face while I'm live, and I've been trying not to react to it, and now he's acting offended. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and wind down a little bit. Snowdub is outside, wants to go get pizza. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been in chat tonight. I'm going to go through real
Oh my God,
quick.
Nico Glock, my God.
Wait, no, we're trying to end the show. What just...
Thank you for being a friend.
I'm going to kill you when the stream is done, okay? Nico Glock for $51. If you think this is normal and I planned this, you would be wrong. He says, I'm just happy to be here, especially on my first ever live show. Well, I'd like to say I was happy you were here, but that would be a lie. But I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself, Nico. No, this has been really fun. And the other thing is, like, I'm having to grow as a creator to react to a tremendous amount of distraction right in front of me as I'm trying to act like it's not happening. Nico, you're an animal. Don't change. Thank you. Really. All right. On that note, just dude, thank you. I'm going to go ahead.
Wait, I got some videos dropping, probably one tonight, one tomorrow.
Of
Clips from my last show and a video I made with the Flacids, and it was about RRR, and it was a single elimination tournament for the best scene in the movie.
Oh, good
Yeah.
call.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, you guys have been lighting it up with the Indian cinema. It's been absolutely fantastic. And again, Nico, thank you very much. You're absolutely insane. So, okay, you've got videos dropping. Anything else going on from a live perspective? We are going to be doing a live show as usual on Tuesday night. I just wanted to, and Daniel, I agree with you. Somebody take Nico Glock's phone away. Nico. Yeah.
There's more than one Flacid. Yeah, there's two Flacids.
Yeah, Purple just took it away. So this is happening in real time. None of this is scripted, you guys. So yeah. All right, we're going to go ahead and
Thanks,
wind
Steven
down.
Ransom.
I think I'm going to go ahead and, well, I'm just going to say again, thank you to everybody who's been here tonight. Thank you to everyone who's commented, who's liked the videos. Thank you for those who've been supporting my channel from the very beginning and those people who may have just found us. And thank you people who've come from Purple's channel. Yeah, this is all really interesting to have. But also thank you to those people who have subscribed to Zach's. And of course, Flaccid Phoenix is now monetized. God help us. We got to live with that man now. But yeah. All right. I'm not going to belabor the point. I'm going to go ahead and play my usual outro. I just want to say thank you to everybody. And again, thank you to William. William, thank you. And thank you to Daniel. Thank you to all my channel members. Thank you to Nico Glock. Thank you to Polly Latino Slant. Thank you to Kaylee. Thank you to Stephen Ransom. Thank you to Brandon, the anime guy, Amanda Manethrin. Again, Daniel, you are absolutely amazing. I am speechless. Thank you. I am humbled. You guys, please have a fun rest of the evening. We will be dropping some videos. Oh, go ahead, Purple. Purple's got something to say.
There was one more person that I really wanted to shout out because it was an absolute honor to get to meet him and his beautiful wife, Shield Wall of Dragons. He was such a sweet guy. We got to chat and hang out pretty much all of the night, and it was an absolute honor to get to speak to him as well. Another really a guy that's so supportive, and he shows up in so many of our chats, and it's an honor to get to call him friend. So big thank you and gratitude to him.
Yeah, that was an oversight on my part, and Purple is not overstating it. It was wonderful to meet you, Shield Wall of Dragons. It was a hot night, I'll just say that, and some of my brain was cooked and is still recovering, but if I missed your name and I forgot to mention it tonight, I apologize. I blame it on Nico Glock and the scotch that he keeps refilling my glass with behind the scenes. You guys can't tell. So and hail to everybody, and thank you to everybody in chat. I'm going to try and get out of here without Nico Glock doing something else.
Salty, thank you. Thanks so much for having me on, mate. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's great to
I was
be
just
here.
going to say, Gray, what do you have real quick before we go? You got anything coming up big?
Nothing special, no, but this stream has been so good. The way you guys handled the audio, I mean, come on. This is amazing. When did you get so professional?
Never. Dude. You're a
Great
very
work, mate.
convincing liar, dude. But I'll watch this on the restream, and it's because you never know what your show is like until after it's over. And everybody who live streams will tell you that. Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah, like I just said, I'm just glad you have clothes on, Nico. It's fine. But let's go ahead.
Don't give him ideas.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here before he starts taking his clothes off. You guys have a fantastic rest of the night. I will talk to you all soon. Nico is actually starting to strip. Have a great night. We will talk to you later. Take care.
Bye.
As ever, this is Salty Texas C. I am Corey DB. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you've seen and heard, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you on board. That way you know, and we have things like live streams, which we are going to be doing every Tuesday evening. Take care. I hope you're having a great 2022.